How's everyone doing? Oh my goodness, we have so many people already. William, Rapunzel, Brianna. Let's go. Daniel first. Yes, first. Important.
We have a first comment. We're official.
Yes. Oh my gosh. How you doing, Brandi?
It's only Wednesday, and I really wish it was Friday.
Oh my gosh. Same. I'm signed up to get the COVID vaccine tomorrow morning. And I'm just like, I think I'm going to make Thursday my Friday and just call into work.
You should. You should.
Oh my gosh. This week is just, I don't know why. Is that March, April just seems to drag on for ages.
I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
Goodness.
It was going to be a really busy week for me at work, and then things just kept on getting canceled and rescheduled, and then I was like prepared to do all this work, and I haven't really done anything.
Oh well.
And I'm a workaholic, so when I don't do anything, I'm like, it's the end of the world.
Something is wrong. Well,
Pretty
you did
much.
technically do a ton of things when it comes to this episode. You found some very interesting little tidbits about it, and
Well, yeah, that's all I had to do.
well, you did it well. Brandon, can't wait to see the tangents up ahead tonight. Yes. Oh, I can only imagine. But we can jump right on into the first episode. Like it says right here, the Warriors of Kyoshi. That was one of the first episodes that actually, I don't know, vibed with really well.
Yeah, agreed. So I feel like this episode is really where we see what the series kind of has entail, because it's them out in the world. They're really trying to go to the North Pole, but they just get on these like little mini adventures, and I feel like this is really classic Avatar episode.
I think I just realized why I relate to it so well is the mini tangents away from the main mission.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not as heavy as the others.
True. You aren't talking about mass genocide for this episode.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Also, Troy and Netters, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you so much. Oh, you saw the thumbnail and thought it was going to be about artisanal soap.
I mean, we could
wrong.
write that down as an episode idea.
That could work.
I'm sure I could find somebody who's an expert, or I'll become the expert.
There we go. You got something to do. Speaking of something to do, I was looking up it's very small things that I contribute. It's not nearly as fun as the other things that we have coming up. The tags for like the little explainers on Netflix, what this episode is about.
Mm-hmm.
This is just terrible.
Oh, no.
Absolute terrible. It's literally says, Aang, Sokka, and Katara go to the island of Kyoshi, where they receive a chilly reception. After Aang proves he's the Avatar, he becomes a celebrity.
I mean, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, but there's more to it.
There's more to it, but it's a lot better than the other show, like, synopsis that we've read off so far.
That is true.
Oh. And I feel like this one is pretty accurate. Does it do the episode justice? No.
Nah.
But I don't think we're going to find a synopsis that does.
Yeah, true. We should have a thing where just rewrite for a better synopsis, because clearly Netflix ain't cutting it right now.
Okay, all right, fine. I will prepare one for next week.
There we
How
go.
about that?
Also, love your artisanal soap. Now, is it artisanal or artisanal? I've heard it both ways.
I mean, I would say artisanal, but
there we go. But we got Blue Lotus artisanal soap. I think we have a giveaway coming up. Oh, goodness. But yeah, also, Rapunzel just dumped this total knowledge right here. Also, you're getting Mike Wazowski'd again. I gotta figure out how to get past that.
That's all right. I kind of like it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's like, this episode gave us so much greatness. You got Kyoshi, Suki, Unagi, Foaming Mouth Guy, Air Marbles, early 2000s feminism. That's my favorite one. And trust me, we are going to get to all of that. Starting out with, can prepare the transition very well. Y'all know me. Nothing will ever change. We'll be on episode whatever in season 3, and I will still be very bad at transition.
Maybe that's what people come for. You don't know. Stop.
Very true. Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
People might appreciate. But we start out the episode with Aang basically being like, I'm going to go ride a giant fish.
Well, yeah, so I guess it's the second episode. It's like the end, and they're like, yeah, but first we have to go ride the hog monkeys and blah 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 blah. And like this is the only thing that we get showed him riding is the giant koi fish. So I feel like it's a great callback. I love me a callback.
Yes, no, it's good. You're already starting to see how it's interwoven and everything. So
yeah,
I always thought as a kid that would be really cool, and then I looked at my pet goldfish. I'm like, you would die if I tried that.
yeah. Don't do it with Pet Goldie.
Yeah.
No.
Her name was Goldie. She lived a solid 7 years until we put some shells in her tank and she died, but it was fine.
I mean, she had a good run.
Yeah, longer than bites. Longer than bites.
Hey, that wound is still soft.
No one knows what we're talking about. One of these days we'll introduce you to the bites, the broadcast beta, the continued open wound from college. Oh, Netters, hello. Oh, wasn't Aang already a celebrity in the South Pole? The kids really loved him. Yeah, but I guess for different reasons.
I suppose. I feel like the kids in the North, not the North Pole, but the South Pole just liked him because he was like fun and exciting and something new. Like if you grew up in the South Pole and didn't have anything, like I feel like anybody that comes to your village, you're gonna be like, that's who I'm gonna hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one is like grown adults who are excited about him being the Avatar.
He might save us.
Yeah, and this is the first episode that we actually get to see Aang kind of view being the Avatar as a good thing.
True. Yeah, that's one of the great things. You know, it starts out light and it continues that trend. It's not depressing.
Yeah.
That's definitely something nice. And you know what, playing off of Troy, you started something, you want the first batch. I think Aang could probably use some soap after the fish hands. Like, that's another thing about me. This is my germaphobe
for a good day.
Oh yeah, like this is my germaphobe phase. So I was always thinking like, okay, where's the soap? Why aren't they going to the bathroom and using soap? They need to show this in the episode. Like, what is going on? And it's like, I don't know. I was totally neurotic. And still am. Mr. Miles, hello. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, you got great news. You got a job. Great job, Netters. Always love that. Anyway, sorry, transitions. I always see the comments and I forget to set up the next transition.
Oh, no. But, you're doing great. I mean, I'm just here for conversation. You're the one doing the real work. So
I'll tell you who's doing the real work. My 2015 MacBook Air that is on fire, literally. You could cook a marshmallow on this thing right now. It's so bad. But we see Aang. You go from a nice friendly koi fish to the freaking unagi. This scared me. This made me afraid to swim in Lake Michigan. Really?
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I can understand you growing up so close to Lake Michigan. I was landlocked as a kid, and I was like, this thing is cool.
Yeah. Imagine seeing that in my backyard.
Oh, no, I think it's really cool. Also, like growing up, we had like these cards that had like mythical creatures or something like that. And I feel like that's why I liked it so much, because like I just like it was like I can't name a mythical creature right now because obviously it didn't make that great of an impression on me. But I think that's why I like it so much, is I really like those types of creatures and stuff like that. So I think it's just cool.
Oh, I love it. And well, I love it. I love to hate it.
There you go. That's fine.
That's the best way to put it. Also, Rapunzel, can we talk about Aang's muscles in that pic? He's 12. Yeah, he puts us to shame. There are some animation things that definitely, that first act, I feel like might have been animated by someone else. And you sent me this great picture earlier on this week. And it's so true. Like, we talk about the screen grabs you can get from this show. My gosh. What even is this?
I really like the bottom two.
The bottom right, yes. Like, what the heck?
I love the bottom two. Like, words cannot describe. Like, they stand on their own. I feel like Aang with the marble is iconic now. Everybody loves it.
Totally. That's they bring it back in the sequel series, so that's iconic. Yeah. But like, what the heck is that?
That's.
What is that?
That
His
is
leg is a spear.
That's just the motion blur right there. That's all that is. I think it's
don't
fantastic. I love it.
understand. And then he just runs into Sokka.
I love Sokka's expression on that one.
And suddenly Momo's like 3/4 the size of Katara.
Hey, that's a perspective thing. I think Katara's like running up to them, maybe? But I don't know.
I hope so, because that was one of the wildest things. Oh my goodness. Also, I am so far behind. Our chat is so active. Hello, chat.
Aww.
We have 9 live people. How incredible is that?
It's fantastical.
Just so you guys know, we had a moment where just like over 70 people have watched our stream.
Yeah.
That felt
I don't
so
know.
good.
So if you're watching this either live or on the rewatch, thank you.
Yes. You make our weeks.
You really do, but like also like we're just a couple of geeks.
Yeah. Really? Yes. Oh, Mac, hello. You have what? You would not have a problem donning the traditional Kyoshi garb and makeup. See, that's another thing that this episode brings in. You talked about early 2000 feminism. This is early 2000 feminism. You are like, all right, we're just gonna make an island full of kick-ass girls, like, and we'll make them capture Aang and the Avatar and just chuck them on the ground in a heap, which I actually remembered to get a picture of this time. Boom.
I really like how you don't know what's going on. So like your perspective is pretty much the character's perspective. Like you don't see the Kyoshi Warriors at all. It's just like these quick like little actions, and you're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. This is fun.
For half a second, I thought you were just gonna end it with, I love how you don't know what's going on. I was like, I really don't. Oh, it's been that kind of a day. Oh my goodness. But yeah, yes. So we have, oh wait, where'd it go? Where is it? Is Katie in the middle of an earthquake? Yes. No, actually, this is my setup. I'm on a card table held up by 2 boxes. It's not a good setup. So every time Radar runs into the table, it's like,
my table squeaks.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't now. But, oh, there it goes.
Oh, it is what it is. It's just the local earthbenders. They're just messing around.
Oh, there you go.
But so we have them catch them, like you said, just immediately you're like, okay, are they going to die? Because this seems totally like they could die. Who knows? That's how the series has been going so far. Just
really, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
And then you see them tied up to a pole, which I don't know why. I think this is probably one of my favorite scenes, because Sokka's just like, come on and face me, you cowards. And he's just like, totally, dude, what are you doing? They could just kill you.
We totally glossed over, like, at the beginning, I think before they even land on Kyoshi, Aang, like, wants to show the marble thing to Katara, and Katara's, like, sewing. That's okay.
Oh, you have it? I have this. I knew I had it. I knew I was missing something. Where'd you go? Oh, frick. Well, I have a marble thing. It's not the marble thing.
All right.
But it's a marble thing.
But anyways, they're on Appa, flying to Kyoshi, and Katara is like sewing Sokka's pants because they have a rip in them. And she's not paying attention to Aang. And he's like, oh, you didn't even look, whatever. And Sokka's like, well, don't bother her when she's doing her girl thing. She's like, what does me being a girl have to do with sewing? And so, like, even, like, we're not even 45 seconds into the commercial.
Yeah.
You can tell that I've been at work too long. We're not even 45 seconds into the show. And, like, they're already laying the groundwork of the character development that Sokka has.
Oh, yeah.
Because he goes from, like, girls should just, like, sew and cook and, you know, do all that, to just, you know, drinking the respect lady juice. That came out wrong. I regret that. I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of the week.
That's on YouTube forever. Oh,
that is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, they got cactus juice. No, it's a yes. It's the quenchiest. It's okay.
I'm never going to be able to recover from that, guys.
You just made
This
a
might be
lot
the
of
last
people
episode.
laugh.
I'm sure I did.
And right now, I can only imagine what our viewers are saying. Oh my gosh, I love it. Trust me. No, I'm usually the one. I'm usually the one to do
I
that.
usually think about these things more, but that didn't like.
It's a Wednesday.
We're gonna have to move on.
It's a
It
work
is a
week.
Wednesday. It's the workiest work week I've had in a while, guys.
Well, in that case, let's get some stress relief by talking about Momo in a sack. Like,
that's not even better.
What did they do with Appa? That's my question.
Oh my god.
They just saw this giant flying bison and are just like,
here's the
like
that. Appa was like eating something, and that's what Katara went to go.
True.
I guess maybe Appa's like, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to nap.
He seems kind of a little lumbering right now. Probably won't chase after us. It's fine.
They're like, it's fine.
It's like, dang, cool. You know, Appa, Aang will chase after you, but I see the love is not reciprocated. But it's like, you start out and they're just, like they're ready to throw them to the unagi and just kill them all.
I know. I just love like they go. They're like, "Who are you? Firebenders? No. Feed them to the unagi."
Judge, jury, and executioner right there.
I mean, they don't call it the island of Kyoshi for nothing.
True. Oh my gosh. Yes. With Kyoshi, I feel like there's a certain level of violence that is acceptable and expected. And I
mean, so I have like some opinions about Kyoshi. I don't really think she's that violent. I think that she just, and it goes into detail like in the Kyoshi books that you should totally read.
Which are on sale at Target this week, 20% off.
Oh, well, there you go. Wow. You know, not a sponsor.
Plug. Yeah. We just want more people to talk to.
But, and like when Kyoshi is the Avatar, like the Earth Kingdom is pretty much like in disarray. Like there's bandits everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Like there is no law. And so Kyoshi really just has to be that. I don't know. Now I'm afraid to like talk because of what I said earlier.
No.
But like Kyoshi just like has to be that stability for the Earth Kingdom, and so that's why I think she's so like, you know, does whatever it takes to protect everybody else, and if that means getting violent or, you know, just straight up murder sometimes, like she's ready to do that, and like that's just what she understands the Avatar to be. And I think that these Kyoshi warriors have just really taken that to heart, where it's like they're gonna do whatever it takes to protect the village, and if that means throwing 3 people and this lemur to the unagi, like so be it. They ain't gonna lose any sleep over it.
Exactly. It's like if you had a hyper immune system, anything is just like death. Like that's what I imagine the Kyoshi warriors are. They're the immune system of Kyoshi Island. Oh gosh, can you tell that I've been focused on medicine recently? They just left Appa alone. He's a 10-ton magical monster. Yeah, solid answer. Also, Mr. Miles, I like this question. Brandi, if you care to talk about this one, because I don't know if we've actually addressed it before.
Favorite character?
Like, I've already been introduced to my favorite in the series.
Okay, well, you go, because I feel like mine is just like really complicated.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I adore Aang because he saves people with a smile, and I have been getting into My Hero Academia hard recently, and so the whole saving people with a smile thing is like really resonating with me. And it's like, I mean, if you were in danger, say you were in a future episode at a coal mining facility in the middle of the ocean and an earthbender held in this camp, yeah, I'd want a goofy kid to make me smile. Like, yeah. It's just something like that. You have 100 years of war. You're going to need some comedians. And it just so happens that comedian's going to save the world, too. So I always just liked how Aang made me laugh. And even though he wasn't a pure waterbender, because waterbending is my tribe, but I just, him as a character, absolutely adore.
Okay, so, like, that's beautiful. I love that you like feel so strongly and concisely about that because I'm all over the place.
Oh, you can
If
have
we
multiples.
if we're here's I love them all, but like if we're talking the main core game, especially just first season, then my favorite is Sokka.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's listen, because like I'm very sarcastic. The more you get to know me, and
It's beautiful.
that's all. That's all Sokka is basically sarcasm, and I don't know. Um,
It's true.
and
That's his main character right there.
he also has like this like big brother attitude. Like he is gonna do whatever it takes to take care of Katara, but then that also goes over to taking care of Aang and then Toph when she gets introduced and stuff like that. And so I am the mother of all my friend groups. Like that's just
Oh,
what
definitely.
I am. I'm like, I will do whatever, like if somebody isn't feeling the greatest, I will do whatever it takes to make them laugh or smile and that's what Sokka is. And so Sokka is my favorite out of like the core game, but then once Toph gets introduced, I kind of feel like Toph is my favorite character. But that's what I'm saying. I guess my top 3 are Sokka, Toph, and actually Suki. Like when Suki was introduced and we have this episode, I'm like, man, I really like Suki. I think that she's great. And I'm sure we'll get into it, so I don't want to go like too long into this, but like I was so excited when she came back in season 2 and I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then I was like, she's gonna join the gang. And then she does. But every single time Suki comes back, I'm like,
things are gonna get violent.
Suki's back.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, I'm stalling because I can't find the stupid picture that I'm looking for. There it is. No, it's not. I lie. Rule number 1 of podcasting with Katie. Katie lies. Where's the foaming mouth guy? Put that mental image in your head.
Yeah.
There he is. No, get back here. Get back here. This is top quality content, Katie. Great job. Basically, rabies is a thing on Kyoshi Island.
I love this screen grab. This is not what I thought it was gonna be.
I got it perfectly, like a Muppet mouth. Just
you really did.
Honestly, that's what you have as this fan base is a bunch of raving, foaming at the mouth people who get very excited.
I mean, this guy, I think he shows up in an episode in season 2. I think it's like the Avatar Day or whatever.
Yes.
But like
that episode.
But like we only see him twice in the whole series. Like there's like 60 episodes of the main. And we only see it twice. And the fandom is like foaming mouth guy. Like that's it. And I have a question for the creators. Was it their idea or was it the people who animate the episodes?
True.
Because I can't remember what the studio is over in Korea, but like they were given like a lot of freedom to kind of do like these like funny little extra little things, and the creators were like, yeah, we love it. And so like the question I have is this the creators like we want a foaming mouth guy? Or was it the animators doing the episode and they were like, well, like, yeah, this group like cheering is great, but you know what? Foaming mouth guy.
Yeah, there we go. That'll get the kids to watch the show.
And I want an answer. And
you know what? Someone else brings up another point about random things that they put in the episodes. Is this also the same episode with the dude talking to the pole?
Yes. He's like talking to the side of a house.
And I'm going to pull that up. While I pull that up, we were all foaming mouth guy when the Avatar Studios was announced a few weeks ago. The number of times I saw that image that I pulled up on Twitter was insane. There's just so many people that can relate to that sense. Let's see, where...
I think Foaming Mouth Guy just really captures what it's like to be excited about something.
True. You don't care what anyone else says or thinks or does. You just enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
So I'm going to try and get this to work because, GIFs on a computer, totally great when you have 5 tabs open. Wrong. There it is. Okay. So we see Katara and Aang. Then we zoom in on this guy. I'm just going to scroll through this. They animate him having a conversation with a pole.
Yeah. So, like, I think everybody kind of thought, like, oh, they forgot to animate the other person. But as we keep going through these frames...
Disgust on Katara's part.
Yeah. Well, Aang is talking like, oh, he's going to go try and ride the unagi to impress all the... This is like, this guy's having an emotional breakdown with a conversation to a pole. I'm like, even if they did forget to animate the other person in this, like, what was the conversation that they were supposed to have to leave this man broken the way that he is?
What a way to put it. It's true. Oh my gosh. I think the pole guy was rehearsing what he was going to say when he talked to the Avatar. That's kind of like me, like at Comic-Cons, where it's like, okay, I'm going to say this, I'm going to love it. And then you sit down and you're like, that's a joke. I'm terrible. Why am I doing this? Headcanon accepted.
I don't know. I really want to know, like, is this guy okay? Does he pull through? Is he just like having a Monday?
Oh, we can relate.
I know.
Also, he was talking so animatedly. He's just sitting so still for the rest of this shot.
I can't remember if like his shoulders bounce up and down, or if he's just like defeated.
Just depression. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, someone put, and then cried later on the floor after being rejected. Yep, that's about it. Oh, here, what? Mr. Miles. Unexpected in what way?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've really set the bar for saying something that I didn't really mean to say. Like, if I just thought about that for like a split, like even as it was coming out in my head, I was like, abort. This is not gonna come out the way you thought it was.
But see, here's the thing though. You bulldozed through it like a true...
I did.
Trooper.
I was like, we're already there.
Rapunzel brings up another good point. I thought he psyched himself out when he realized he sounded like a total dork. Relatable. The show is very relatable.
I don't know.
Also, Rana brings up a point. Is the pole guy better than the foaming mouth guy? Are they the same guys?
That's what I was about to say. My headcanon is that it's the same guy.
Yes! Okay, we're on the same page. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to accept that too. Dude might be a little bit on the rabies side of things, but you know what? He's a local kook, so we'll go with it.
He's the village kook. There we go.
That is a job I think every village needs. You have the comic relief. Sokka was it for the Southern Water Tribe. You have Foam and Mouth guy. And I'll tell you one guy who knows absolutely nothing about comic relief. Terrible transition. Ah! Darn it. I clicked cancel instead of screen share. Son of a gun.
You know what? These are moments that we take to learn and reflect.
I will learn nothing.
Talking and waiting for it to load. Oh, look, there it is.
Here's the guy who doesn't have sarcasm just yet. I thought
Zuko never gets sarcasm.
Yeah.
He's like evil, and like he's not really evil, but like he's like stuck on like achieving his goal, and he's like a little goth, and then once he realizes something, he just becomes like that awkward friend.
Yes.
He never gets sarcasm.
He gets a little like sassy and sarcastic when he's imitating Azula later on season 3.
And that's like it.
That's it. Yeah, he's the not very much with the sarcasm. But Troy, gotta go hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Troy. All those thumbs up really help us out because then it gets us on people's not for you pages, but suggested pages, so we can start our own little Avatar fandom. I was gonna say cult, but then I was like,
I mean, we could go there.
I'm good with that.
I mean,
we
if
might
we're
get
gonna,
like a
start
tax
selling
cut.
soap as well. Like, I just feel like it's fitting in with the brand.
We're gonna have some incense in the shop, and oh gosh, it could get interesting. Actually, so I'm Greek Orthodox, as a lot of people know. So we actually do have a lot of incense. Big mistake one time. I was telling my mom that I went to another church, and I think you already know where this is going. And I went, "Oh yeah, no, I like this other church. It's just there's not as much incest." Incense! Freaking autocorrect. So now anytime I hear incense, I can't stop thinking about it. It's terrible.
Well, that's okay. Every single time that we do this podcast now, in the back of my head, I'm just going to think about what I said, 30 minutes ago. So it's okay.
It's a lifelong
see,
trauma.
Mr. Miles, he's okay with a cult. Let's make it a cult.
Yeah,
Call it is.
I like that.
You don't need fluffy names.
The Blue Lotus cult. We'll have t-shirts, walk around the mall wearing that. I'll tell you what, you go into a Spencer's, you will have looks. I was just talking to my sisters about Spencer's. There was somebody posted something on one of these Facebook pages that I'm with, and they were like, "Oh, I got it at Spencer's." I was like, "Oh man, I kind of want it, but I don't want to go into Spencer's." Oh yeah.
And my sister was like, "Well, buy it online," but we couldn't find it online, and so I was like, "I just don't want to do it. I don't want it that bad." And my older sister, she was like, do you want me to go get it for you? And I was like, no, it was just a wallet, guys. But I'm like, I can't. I feel like Spencer's has turned into what Hot Topic used to be, like that edgier side. Now Hot Topic's more Disney. Which I'm good with. Hot Topic is like a goth GameStop without the video games. That's all Hot Topic is.
But you know what they don't sell? Soap. Oh my gosh. Hey, if you form as a religion, you'll get a tax break. Hey. I think we just found our way to get money.
Okay, well, there we go. Now
Who needs to be monetized on YouTube? We have the government. Said no one ever. So yes, that was a side tangent. But this scene, I thought it was so cool that Zuko meditated with candles.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. That just, the 4 candles for the 4 nations. Just, although I feel like if they really wanted to make it thematic, one of them would be burned out. There'd just be like one little ember and just see what you did there. But subtlety, they put more of that into the show later on. That probably wouldn't have been so subtle.
Well, I think this is like at the top of the episode. Doesn't the episode start with Zuko? Yeah, so like he's meditating.
Yes.
And he's like in his room, and Iroh like opens up the door, squeak, and he's like, the only reason why you should be interrupting me is because of the Avatar. And I was like, well, I have news about the Avatar, but you're not going to like it. And Zuko's like still like meditating, still like zen. And he's like, whatever you have to say, it'll be all right. And they're like, well, we can't find him. And he's like, what? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen I don't know if you've ever seen like the animated Hercules Disney film where Hades is like his hair, like, what? Like, that's all I can think about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right.
But then like Zuko like grabs the map and like they have like lines of where they think like Avatar sighting or whatever. He's like, how are we ever gonna like capture him? He's obviously a master of evasive evasive maneuvers. Yeah. And then like it transitions into Sokka holding the map, and he's like, "You have no idea where we're going." And Aang's like, "Well, I know it's somewhere near water." And single-handedly the best transition like in TV history.
Yes. It really
It's so
truly
good.
is. Oh, I love it so much.
I love it.
And it matches up so perfectly. It's like you have the map with the lines, then no, they don't. No, there's no
Yeah.
plan.
There's no
Although,
plan. And I feel like it also just like kind of speaks a little bit to like Zuko and Iroh, like they're maybe not so much Iroh, but definitely Zuko like takes things very seriously. He's like, we're never gonna find him. Obviously, they know what they're doing. Like, there's no way I'm ever gonna do it. And then it just cuts to the Gain, and the Gain's like, we don't really know what we're doing. We're making this up as we go.
you know, one thing that does look like they planned, at least the writers, and didn't make it up as they go, are the candle holders white lotuses? Because I think they are. Like,
well, I'm in going back to I think we talked about it last weekend.
Wednesdays are weekend.
Where I was saying like, okay, why does Zuko have this ship? It's Iroh's ship, and if it's Iroh's ship, then like everything in there is probably yes, those are white lotuses. That's exactly what they were doing. The creators know what they're doing.
Irohs. Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Everything's so beautiful, and it ties into things, and they're setting up things just like this. It ties in with the Sun Warriors later on, and Boiling Rock episodes.
Yeah. And I think the reason why he is meditating in front of those flames is because Iroh himself knows like everything. So Iroh is his firebending teacher. Excuse me. And so it's just like something that Iroh makes Zuko do. And I think that
oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just saying, like, you barely see firebenders meditate. I think you see him, and then John is the only other one that meditates in front of candles, perhaps. But
yeah, no, it's true. Like when Iroh says your power doesn't come from your fist, it comes from your breath, like sort of thing. I totally botched it. It's like that probably is a part. That's his homework. Zuko's doing homework right there.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because they're just like so lost at the beginning of the episode, and then somehow by some miracle they end up on their trail again thanks to a little girl with loose lips that sinks ships and tells them.
Well, like she just like runs and tells it to a fisherman on the dock, and then like the fisherman tells like the merchant, and then the merchant tells very clearly the Fire Nation.
Like, bro,
like, obviously it's the shop has to be somewhere on the mainland. It's not on Kyoshi Island. It has to be somewhere on the mainland. And like, you know, they just like a fire navy ship comes up. You see a guy who's very clearly from the Fire Nation. He's in red. He looks like he's from the Fire Nation. He's like, I shall take your finest fish, my good sir. And he's like, well, while you're here, boy, do I have some tea for you.
Yeah. Iroh pops up in the background like, yes.
Yeah. And he's like, Avatar's on Kyoshi Island. And like, why would an Earth Kingdom citizen be like, oh, hey, you're from the Fire Nation. I know you're trying to kill us and everything like that. But just in case you wanted to know, I just got told this very interesting piece of gossip that I wanted to share with you. And I'm like, well, this guy goes down with the guy who routed out Haru for being an earthbender.
Yes.
Like, let's descend upon this poor fishmonger.
Yeah. I think fishmonger, yeah. That's the proper use of the word. Yeah. But you mentioned that it's an Earth Kingdom person likely telling a Fire Nation person, which is bad enough. Yeah. The fact that it's Prince Zuko's chef, like the odds of that being.
I mean, if it wasn't Zuko's ship, what was it going to be? It was probably going to be Commander Zhao's ship, or somebody else. So, like, out of everybody, I would wish that it was Zuko, because I mean, he doesn't have the greatest track record, but like if
Yeah.
like Commander Zhao just came up and he was like, "What's up?" Like in the
Hey!
series, that's it. Thank you for coming.
That was a nice little mini episode.
Yeah. So like, I'm glad that it was Zuko,
Yeah,
but
true.
yeah, I just don't really like how.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're cutting in and out.
I
Internet
am?
speed. Yeah.
No! Am I back? Let me just hit my camera a couple
that was
times.
exciting. No. Don't tap the glass. They don't like that.
Let me just grab a pencil and scrape it across the screen.
No. It's okay. Okay. We'll fix it.
But yes, we have the news that Zuko is coming for them. And clearly, Kyoshi Island is no stranger to the Fire Nation because they have the, I guess, band of badass women is what I call them, the Kyoshi Warriors.
Well, no, but they've actually stayed out of the 100-Year War. Because, like, when they're... Because when, like, the gang is, like, still tied up, they're like, how do we know you're not Fire Nations? We stayed out of the 100-Year War for this long, and you're not gonna, So, like, they've just been chilling.
True. But still, island defense.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, but no, that is another miracle kind of thing. Like, no, they just didn't screw with an island that was named after an avatar. They're just like...
Well, I mean... Obviously, they're not doing anything. Like, it's not like they're sending out people to fight in the war. And I mean, it's an island, so, like, the resources are probably limited anyways. Like, why bother? Like, obviously, they've been trying to get Bossing safe. So, I think it makes sense why the Fire Nation hasn't really come to Kyoshi Island yet.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
they
really do just fear Kyoshi warriors that much, as they should.
Yes. Oh, yes. As we find out, and as Sokka finds out very quickly. Also, some comments here real quick. The villagers of Kyoshi didn't know any better. I'm sure they really want to let everyone know. Honestly, yeah.
I'm not blaming the villagers of Kyoshi. I'm blaming the fishmonger
Yeah.
who lives on the mainland. He knows what's happening. He knows what's up. I guess maybe it was a Fire Nation colony. It was a Fire Nation colony. Never mind. He's probably not even an Earth Kingdom citizen.
Then shame on the fishermen. But this is a good point too. You probably sell out to gain favor and improve your situation. So now all the Fire Navy people are going to come to that shop.
I guess. I just don't like it.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of irksome. But one thing I do like, there's a smooth transition.
There you go, you're learning. You got it.
It's going to be 1 in a million shot here. But we have Sokka basically being what everyone believes young guys in the early 2000s were like. Just like, hey, ladies, where's the gym at? I was looking to get a workout in. I didn't want to interrupt your dance lesson. It's like, he's about to get his butt whooped. And so that happens.
How effortlessly he gets his butt handed to him as well.
Oh, yeah. Like, you got Suki over there just like, I'm going to watch this guy fall. And then you have the other warriors in the background like, ha, this is fun.
In Sokka's defense, so he says, like, I'm the best warrior in my village. And if you, like, compare that to the other warriors in his village currently, they were, like, 6-year-olds. So, like, obviously the bar wasn't held high. But, like, his dad and all the other men of the tribe left when he was young. So, like, he really just doesn't even have that much training to begin with. So, I don't really think that this is, like, a testament to how good Sokka is at fighting. Because, like, even Sokka himself doesn't even really know how to fight.
True.
He's just not even trained. But having said that, like, he got what he deserved.
He picked that fight for sure. And then we just see his butt get handed to him and just the embarrassment. I don't know why I relish in it so much, but I do. Also, Saga's been training himself for the last 2 years. So, yeah, I mean, that comes with a certain amount of, I'm the best because I am.
Suki, she's been training to be a Kyoshi warrior since she was like 2 or something.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
She like came out fighting, just like, all right, sign her up, kids. Oh gosh. But we learn so much about this new non-bending form of fighting. And of course we get eventually Sokka dressed up in the Kyoshi warrior garb, and you see him actually eating a piece of humble pie, drinking that feminism juice, and it was lady juice. There, gotta get the quote right.
You said it was way better than what I said.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's what they could call sweat, because you just got that power.
There's no saving me. Just let me drown.
Okay, Toph, you can let me drown now.
Pretty much, yeah.
This part, now that I go back and watch it, it's so cool because you're thinking, okay, this is the Earth Kingdom, but the Kyoshi warriors are non-benders, and you have Sokka, who's a non-bender, and they are killing it. And it's just, it goes to show, like, even if you aren't a bender, which would suck, at least you're still able to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add. Like,
yeah. Also, the fact that Sokka's been training with snowmen.
Hey, I mean, I wouldn't want to cross a snowman.
Okay, so here's another sidetrack. This winter, I made a snowman out of snow, and it froze because we had a thaw and then a freeze, and it looked like a monster because I had stuck rocks in its face for its smile, and it created these sunken holes, and I used 2 icicles as the arms that turned into like these shallow spears, and it was freaking out the people at work. And so I was like, all right, fine, I'll take it down. I'm going to tackle it. So I grabbed one of the guys, said, take a slow-mo video of this. And I run and
I think I saw that, yeah.
I played football. And so I tackled the snowman. It was a brick. This thing was solid. So if Sokka's been training with a snowman like that, I have no doubt he thinks he's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those things hurt. And I don't have a good track record when it comes to injuries. So,
Another thing that I really like about this training sequence is, like, so Sokka does get the upper hand on Suki and, like, is able to, like, I don't know if he knocks her down or something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of like, she lunges for him and he goes, Nyeh.
Yeah, and so, like, he gets her and, like, he, like, immediately, like, starts laughing, like, hey, you got me, you know, and she just, like, grabs his finger, bends it back, and it's like, excuse me? And he's like, okay.
It's like, okay, you win. I get it. I did good, but then you were better.
So, like, even Suki is like, yeah, you won, but, like, you don't got to be a jerk about it.
She is the humble pie that is force-fed to Sokka.
And that's why I love Suki so much.
She really makes him humble. Like, and the fact they introduced her so early on makes Sokka more tolerable.
Oh, I don't really think, like, Sokka was ever, like, as bad as it could have been. But maybe that's just because he's one of my favorite characters.
True.
But,
oh man.
Oh,
I see Rapunzel had the it was like Doctor Who snowmen? Yeah, exactly like the Doctor Who snowmen. Terrifying, absolute abomination. I think I ended up spraying hot water from the sink on it, just like to melt its face. It was not fun. You know me, always the violent type. You were saying
Kyoshi Warrior.
I like throwing fans. That would be fun. Actually, now I really want to. I saw a cosplayer. I'm going to have to try and find that picture where she had a metal fan and it was like the Kyoshi Warriors and you could do damage. It was cool. And, huh?
I said, I'm sure those things hurt.
Oh, for sure. And I have to point out, but non-benders can use it. Benders can also. And you look at this and you see later on in the series, those were actually used by an earthbending Kyoshi avatar. Aang's an airbender, and he still uses the fans.
So cool. The reason why Kyoshi, I'm just going to get a little nerdy on you guys.
Don't
mind.
Do it.
The reason why Kyoshi has the fans is actually to improve her airbending.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. So again, in the Kyoshi books, I don't want to ruin it for you, but like it tells you how she got the fans and greater detail. I could go on, but I don't want to ruin it for you guys.
Aww. We'll do like a books side episode.
We totally should. But
Oh, definitely.
anyway, so Kyoshi has trouble bending like smaller things, so she can really only bend bigger things. So like even before she knew that she was the Avatar, she had problems with that. So like she could only bend really big boulders, but not pebbles. And so as she learns that she's the Avatar, she has struggle. I can talk. She has problems doing smaller things too. So like she has trouble just creating a flame or a slight breeze of air. And so that's why she has the fans, is to actually improve those bending qualities, because she's just not that great at doing small bending tasks. But she can do, like, she made Kyoshi Island. That's not a problem for her, but you know, just knocking over a cup of water is like impossible for her. So that's why she has the fans.
That is so cool. So you get to see a multi-level item that is used in the entire saga, included in the, what is this? This is the 4th episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th episode. For some reason I keep thinking 5th, but 5th is Boomy.
We're going to Amashu next.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But yeah, so you have Aang who uses it when fighting Zuko, who just appears and is like, burn down the village, we're finding him.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, he's slowly, well, actually very quickly becoming the rash that is just spreading on Team Avatar, for lack of a better explanation. But we get to see the Aang and Zuko fight, and we get to see the Kyoshi warriors get in on it, including Sokka, who was like, yes, I'm not a girl.
Right. Well, I think what's also really great is like, we'll just call him like the village elder or something. He's like running to the dojo, and he's like, firebenders on the shore, come on, ladies. And it's just Suka. I just combined their names.
It's just, that's their ship name.
It's just Sokka and Suki. And Sokka's like, I'm not never mind. So like, I 100% agree that Zuko thinks that he's just fighting a bunch of girls, doesn't even realize that it's Sokka. And I think Kyoshi warriors kind of get their butts handed to them in this. Like, they are all pretty easily defeated. And I think that's just because they haven't fought firebenders.
That's exactly what I was thinking, is they've never seen a firebender. They don't know their battle style. They just, they're like, all right, well, we're just going to try and defend as best we can. And they doing, to their credit, they did knock him down on his butt.
They did.
That was pretty good.
Knocked him off of, is it like an armadillo rhino?
I think it is. I think it's one of the hybrids.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, he gets knocked off his rhino. Then he does like the little like break dancer thing.
Whoosh!
Them all over. It's a great fight scene. I think
it is. There's some solid animation just in the first few episodes, which usually with animated shows it takes a little while for the animation to become solid. So that's another shout out to the animators who did this. And for this scene, I have been wanting to talk about this scene all episode, because you get Sokka, who's like, I treated you like a girl when I should have treated you like a warrior. And she goes, I'm a warrior, but I'm a girl too. And I'm like, frick, yes! That is exactly it! You can be feminine and awesome at the same time. They are not mutually exclusive things. It just, and to put that in a kid show and make it natural. It's not like forced down your throat. It's just one of those things where it's like, no, I'm a warrior and I'm a girl. Let's kiss. All right, bye.
Well, I think this is from season 2. I don't think that this is from the episode, because they just kiss on the cheek.
Crap, they're right. No one who hasn't seen it, look away. I Googled up Sokka and Suki, and I got some of that fan art that I've been mentioning the past 2 episodes. So I just kind of like finally click, kiss, cool.
No, she just gives him a quick little
peck. Yeah.
Peck, and he like blushes, and he's like, oh, okay. I'll see you.
And then you see how it blossoms.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't blossom a whole lot, because Sokka goes with another girl.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about her.
I just have an opinion about it, because... But anyways. But yeah, no, that line, like, I'm a warrior, but I'm a girl too. Like, as a kid watching that, I was like, yeah!
Yes!
Because, a lot of times we have like the really super like girly girl princess, and like if that's what you were or are, that's fine. That's just not who I was. And then
Yeah.
like you so you have that, or you have like the really like sporty, just sporty, girl
Tomboy
character,
kind of thing.
who's like a tomboy and in a,
Yeah.
and that's fine, but that also wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'm like somewhere in the middle. And so like to hear that as a kid, I was just like, oh, I think that's why I like Suki so much, because she is
Yeah.
in the middle. And then she also like it she could have very easily been like, Sokka, you're wrong, you should respect women, blah 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 blah. But she's like, Sokka, you're wrong, and then teaches him. And I think that
Yes.
that's also just so great. And that's another reason why I love her character, is because she's like, I'll tell you what you're wrong, and then I'll teach you how to be better. And I feel like that's just like so constructive. And
Yes. Oh,
Suki
we
is the
need more of
best
it.
guy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. Also, Komodo rhinos.
I knew armadillo wasn't right.
It ended with an O, so
It was halfway there.
understandable. Now, could you imagine a rhino with a Komodo dragon tongue? Like, I would freak out if I saw that.
I would freak out if I saw like half the animals in Avatar, and not in a
Yeah.
good way. I would be like,
Yeah.
so we're doing that now.
Well, that just goes back to the unagi. Like, that's like the Loch Ness monster. So, and for Aang, at the end, you see him just like he grabs on and basically uses them as like just harnesses, or what are they called? Horses. The woo things.
I know what you're talking about.
It's not a lasso.
It's like hand reins.
The reins. Oh, yes. So there we go. Rapunzel coming in clutch again.
Hey, there you go. She's on it. Thank you for being here.
Yes, we appreciate you. But you have them as reins, and he thinks, because they're like trying to escape. Katara's like, we gotta go, and they fly away.
Yeah.
But
So like the village is on fire.
Everything's burning.
Yeah, everything's burning, and Katara is like, Aang, we have to go. If we leave, they'll leave. And so like they're on Appa, they're getting ready to like fly away. The Fire Nation is like, okay, we gotta go catch them. They're like, and Aang like looks back and he sees that the village is on fire, and he's blaming himself, because the only reason why the Fire Nation is there is because he was there. But I also think that he was also feeling like guilty, because like even throughout the whole episode, Katara is kind of like, hey, we should really get moving. We, like we have somewhere that we kind of want to be. It's not too safe for everybody if we stay here, because they know that the Fire Nation is looking for them. And Aang is kind of like, well, I don't want to leave, because he was being treated like a celebrity. And
pulling it back to the
exactly.
description.
I'm just trying to save it a bit. And he was having a really good time, and I think he was just kind of like living in this denial of like, the Avatar can be a good thing, and yeah, like, there's a war, but the war doesn't come to Kyoshi, so he's in like this false sense of comfort. And then he looks back and all that comfort is gone, and this village is never going to be the same again, and it's probably all his fault. And so he's like, well, now I'm feeling crappy about being the Avatar again. So he like dives into the water and
just jumps off of Appa.
Just jumps off like you do. And he like uses the unagi to put out the fire in the village. And like he also like soaks all of the Fire Nation soldiers. I can't talk.
He soaks their shoulders too, so
that too. There was too many S's for me.
But the episode, it does end with unagi. You brought up a mind-blowing Reddit piece that I must share. Where's the Chrome tab? There it is.
It's so cute.
It is adorable. Oh my gosh. Do you care to explain what's happening here?
So this is, I believe it's fan art. It's like a fan like comic or whatever.
By
Yeah, I believe in you. I
Siluma.
believe in you.
No!
Oh, things are happening.
Computer
happening.
why? At least I'm glad it's on that Reddit thread and not the other one that I've discovered. Stay off of Reddit, kids. There we go. We're just gonna.
But anyways, so this is Kyoshi, and that's like a little baby unagi, and I'm gonna try and read it, but I don't know. It's kind of small. What a strange eel you are. I never met one who. You're gonna have to read it. It's too small.
Okay, I got you. What a strange eel you are. I never met one who could stick its head out of the water. Probably shouldn't be feeding you, really, but no human wants these fish scraps, and I hate to see anyone go hungry, even just a funny little eel. And this is one of 4. So it starts to get bigger. It's like, you've gotten so big. And then he's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be your seahorse. And it just, you will protect them when I'm gone, won't you? And it just breaks my heart.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
But it ties in so well with the unagi going after Aang.
It does, and it also kind of ties into like one of the first fan theories that we had for this episode. So we're just gonna do it right now.
Do it, jump in.
The fan theory is that the unagi is like the animal spirit guide to Kyoshi. So like Aang has Appa, obviously.
Oh.
And the idea is that Kyoshi had this unagi. And then Roku has his dragon, which I can't remember the dragon name. It's not Ra. I know that.
Fireball. Yeah. Ra. That's Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, Ra is one of the dragons from like the Shah and Ra are like the dragon names, aren't they? Yeah. So like I can remember that, but I can't remember Roku's dragon's name. I'm a terrible fandom. Anyways, the idea. I will turn in my nerd card. Thank you.
I'm sure someone in the comments knows. Rapunzel, where you at?
But yeah, so that's like the fan theory is that this is Kyoshi's animal spirit guide. I don't know what to call it, which is why I should also turn in my nerd card. But that's also why you should read the Kyoshi books, because you do get to meet. It's Fane. It is Fane. Yep.
We got Rapunzel and Mr. Miles coming in clutch.
See? Yeah.
Could you imagine someone just joining and seeing in the comments, Rains, Fang.
Yeah, they were like, well, never mind. Gonna click out of that. Don't want to join that cult.
Oh, God. In the span of an hour, we have fully accepted what we are.
That's all right. But no, you should read the Kyoshi books, because you do get to meet Kyoshi's animal.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So, I do have a picture. I took a picture specifically of the book at Target. How much it costs. Also, I found an old Snapchat that I need to send you. We got pizza and snuck it through the airport. It was great.
Oh my gosh. Every single time I think about that trip, that's all I can think about is how we because like we ordered the pizza. It took like an hour to get. And we were like, can we take this through not customs, but can we take it through security? And you were like, oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. That's how I sounded.
You were like, I'm a seasoned vet.
I sneak many a pizza through.
And me, who's never been on an airplane before, was like, okay. And then like we're just waiting for our plane. We're waiting to board, and we're just eating, and then we didn't eat it all, and you were like, well, we're just gonna have to throw it away, and we stuffed it in the world's smallest trash can.
We look so crazy.
While everybody like the airport was pretty packed, while everybody just stared at us like, where are these children's parents?
Oh my gosh.
Because even though we were all over the age of 21, let's face it, we all look like we were 12 years old.
Yes. And the thing is, I remember distinctly, like, that wasn't a cheap pizza. That was like a $28 pizza. It's Chicago deep dish, basically casserole for anyone who hasn't had it. I remember saying, I'll be darned if I don't finish this. I'm going to have a couple more pieces. I almost puked on the plane. I had so much pizza. It was terrible. So there's your another derailment of the train. But here's the book.
Katie Adventures.
Yes.
That
Oh, yes, there's a ton.
yeah,
But
yeah,
this
yeah.
one's $12.99, 20% off should get you about down towards $10, maybe $9. So go for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think William appreciated the pizza. Golly, that was a wild trip. That was fun.
It was a trip.
It was a trip. And you had a trip. Poor Brandi.
Oh yeah, I fell when we were hiking.
We thought you were dead.
I was fine.
Like, it was a steep hill, and I was worried. But you stopped yourself, and it was good.
I am a klutz, okay? Every single time I walk up the stairs to my apartment, I'm like, I may die. And that's just because I'm a klutz.
Oh, no.
Like, this is how I go. I'm just trying to, come home after a long day at work, and I tripped down some stairs, and I died, and my neighbors won't come out to check because, like, I've lived in this apartment for, like, over a year, and I've barely met any of my neighbors. So, like, I'll just die, and, like, that'll be that. And I've come to grips with it.
At least you'll be on the local TV station.
Hey, there we go. That's how I finally make it on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
A tribute video. Oh, gosh. Anywho, do you have any other fan theories?
Oh, yeah, totally. So that's what we're talking about.
Right.
So the other fan theory is that Suki is related to Kyoshi. She's like her great granddaughter, or however many greats you want to get in there.
I could see that.
Yeah, and we do know that Kyoshi does have a daughter named Coco, which there's like a little girl in the tribe named Coco, and she's named after Kyoshi's daughter.
Aww.
But yeah, so Coco becomes like the governor of Kyoshi Island when Kyoshi passes. And that's all we kind of know about Kyoshi's family. But yeah, so the fan theory is quick and simple, and it's that Suki is related to Kyoshi.
Which she looks similar. Might be the makeup, but like just the facial structure.
I guess. I don't know.
I like that theory.
Neat, but like even if she wasn't, I would still be fine with it.
Yeah. So. It's one of those things where it's like, my grandma was the Avatar, and I have some fans. Like, you get the rotten end of that deal.
Yeah.
But now, are there any others?
There is one more, and so it's about like the island itself. And so the idea is that the majority of people who live on the island aren't actually Earth Kingdom, they're Water Tribe.
I thought of this one too!
Yeah. It's because they wear
the picture.
Hey, check it. Wow, look at that. We did not plan that. We really should. But yeah. So they primarily wear blue. I think some of them even have blue eyes, which if you don't know, the different nations have different color eyes. So like Water Tribe has blue, Earth Kingdom has green, Fire has like brown, hazel, gold, whatever. And then Air Nomads usually have gray eyes. And so
I guess I'm a waterbender. Mm-hmm. Actually, I have purple eyes. Like the very inside is a ring of purple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're going off of eyes, I would be a fire because I have brown eyes.
Got that spicy attitude. No.
I got nothing but the
No, it totally makes sense. They're so close to the Southern Water Tribe that over hundreds of years, you just migrate.
Yeah. So, and then also we actually learn again in the Kyoshi books. You guys should really read it. It does so much for the world. It does so much more like world building and stuff like that. That's fantastic. But the peninsula that the island used to be a part of, I think is called like the village was like Yakato. I'm saying it wrong. But anyways, that was the name of it. And it was like the crossroads of three nations. So it was the crossroads of Fire Nation, Air Nomad, not Air Nomads, but Fire, Water, and Earth. And so it was like these three nations had all kind of like, nobody laid claim to the land. And so like everybody just kind of came. So like they could definitely be a mix of different ethnicities on this tribe.
It's the
I just think-
Luxembourg of the Avatar world. No one claimed it. Everyone just went to it.
Yeah. So
Oh, here's a... There we go. From Rapunzel, they could be refugees from the Water Tribe if they fled, protected by the Unagi and Kyoshi. I could see that.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, Brianna, wait, Suki's eyes change color.
Well, I think Suki's... Well, okay, so, like, I think they're, like, brown in this episode. In the comics, they're, like, green. And then in the next one, she has, like, blue. And it's, like, Suki pick an eye color.
Yeah. She wears contacts.
But, I don't know. Maybe that explains why. She's just...
It's that secret Avatar juice that's still in her blood. Like, you just get all the different eye colors.
Step away from using the word juice, I feel like
I didn't even make that. We're gonna have no words for our cult, and juice is gonna be one of them.
Okay, that's fine. But it's also a game to see who can say it without the other one noticing.
Ooh, we shall see. Someone slip it in the comments and then flood it up to the top so we don't notice. Suki's eye is probably hazel. Yeah, hazel could work. That does change in the light. So I could see that. Little details.
But yeah, so those are kind of the fan theories.
Nice. I have a little bit of fan art to go with those fan theories. Well, at least with Suki's eye color, because I found so many fan art pieces of Suki that I love so much. Look at that!
I know.
I'm not nearly that talented. I love it. The detail, the depth. That's one of the things with the Avatar fan art that I like is the show created depth. So the artists replicating the show and making it their own continue that optical visual. And it's just, And of course, this one is from Elina F. Deviant Art. Deviant Art is your friend when you're looking up for fan art. And it's usually safer than Reddit. Safer than Reddit. I will tell you that. But we have that one. And then this one, I just want as a poster on my wall. Like, imagine being a young girl being like, I'm going to join the Kyoshi Warriors. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I think this one is Wicked Karen. Nice name. Like it. That or she's labeling Suki as that. But
we could start calling Suka Suka. I did it again. What's wrong with me?
You just ship them really hard.
Apparently.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, yeah. Are we gonna have a juice drinking game? We may need to plan bathroom breaks, Rapunzel. Yeah, take a drink every time. Oh gosh, every time Aang bends or something like that.
Oh, I think Rapunzel. Every single time we say juice, they
take a shot.
Yeah.
Of water. Be healthy. We're watching a kid show. Keep that in mind. Get that Capri Sun. We also have Mr. Miles has another episode, non-episode specific question. Which style bending has the most potential? I think this one touches back on our Gyatso thing from the last episode, where I think the airbenders are the scariest, and because they can just suffocate you.
I don't know. I feel like Earth has the most potential. I cannot talk, guys. I don't know what has the most potential. I think Earth has the most potential because you have Earth, you have sand bending, you have lava bending later on, you have metal bending, you have another type of bending that's introduced into the Kyoshi books. Like, this has just become one big giant
what?
Yes, it's just another technique of earth bending, and it's so cool. I want to see it animated so bad.
Oh, now we got to get a Kyoshi series out of the Avatar Studios.
But no, I think Earth has the most potential. And then, like, I've even seen some like fan theories where they were like a thief just like takes rock and like makes diamonds because they're able to like compress the earth and then like sells them. And I think Earth has the most potential.
Yeah, they built their own cities, so you aren't reliant on wood or trees or anything. So
yeah,
All right, you just changed my mind.
Oh, hey, check it. I wasn't
We're
even
going.
trying to.
We got Mr. Miles agrees with you. Earth can extend to metal. Blood can turn, or water can turn into bloodbenders. Fire into lightning. Air is just suffocation. And I guess tornadoes. You could get some cool weather stuff.
Yeah. I think there was like a theory that they could really kind of control the weather.
Yeah, DeviantArt. I mean, if you stay away from the furry pages, it's pretty safe. If you go to the furry pages, God help you, because then that's in your browser history, and then you start getting suggestions on costumes, and I'm not speaking from experience.
I believe that's why Google created the incognito tab.
Darn right they did. But this is my last little piece of art that I found again.
So cool.
Oh, it looks the traditional style, just beautiful. And this one's from Alyssa Christopher. This one I just found on Google. I gave up on DeviantArt. So this could be easily like a Kyoshi Island postcard. Like, come and visit the Kyoshi Warriors.
It's their stamp.
Yes. Oh yeah. My gosh. That's the official stamp.
Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm. We should get Avatar stamps. They have Star Trek stamps and Star Wars stamps. Why not Avatar stamps?
I don't know. Just give it I feel like a couple more years.
Yeah. We'll revive this.
Really grow up,
True. Actually of age to send letters in the mail like real people do.
I don't even think I own a stamp.
Oh, I got one in the mail that was really cool. It was of the moon. And it didn't have like the black stamp on it. Like the person who stamped it missed. So I was like, I could reuse this. Peels it off safely, puts it in a bag. So if I ever choose to send a letter, I have a stamp. Because I'm cheap.
Okay. I mean, you can incriminate all you want,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say I did use it, so it's hypothetical. That's how government can't get you that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I'll attend your court hearing.
Yes. But that's all I have for the fan art. Mostly just Kyoshi Warriors because they're just awesome. And what was this? Gotta wait for the right generation to become postmaster.
Yeah.
True. You get an Avatar fandom friend. Pop them in.
Or we as a cult band together.
Start a petition.
The internet is a powerful place, okay? Like the Snyder Cut has happened.
Yes.
I think we can make Avatar stamps happen.
Oh, I think we could have that power. I think we could. Also, Mr. Miles, touching back on that Earth thing, Earth has the most potential. Essentially, it's the potential of the entire planet. Good point. And space. You can screw around with space when you're an earthbender. So airbenders, you get off planet, you're useless. Yeah, look, a vacuum. Like you got to go with the earthbender at that one. Oh goodness. Well, I think that's about everything I had. Have we covered everything you had?
I did want to mention one thing that I noticed during the fight scene.
Yes.
And it's the way that the color shifts. So and I think this is just like a really nice visual storytelling kind of little thing that I've never picked up on. But like the whole episode's like very vibrant and like we've all watched Avatar. The colors are just always so rich. And in this, it's gone kind of like a sepia Western vibe. And like even when it was like riding up into town, it's kind of like, yeah. Western vibes. And so I've never noticed that before, and rewatching it I finally like picked up on it and I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. And like even like this color scheme stays until the end of the episode, and I think that was a really nice visual storytelling.
It's like the view is just okay, the Fire Nation's here, everything's on fire, little bit of red and orange.
Yeah, I mean, and it even happens before the village starts burning or anything like that. Like once the action starts, we're in this kind of color range, and I think it just makes it a little bit more that intense, because it is a very intense like fighting scene for being so short and nobody really getting hurt.
True. Yes.
Like the action is there, and I think that the color of the episode just really seals it in.
Also, wasn't the sun setting? I don't recall.
I think the sun might have been setting as well, but I mean, so
That
like
just works thematically.
exactly like before the so like before you see Zuko ride into town on the Rhino, it's Kyoshi, not Kyoshi. It's I cannot get names, guys. It's Sokka
We know
and
what you
Suki in the
mean.
dojo, and I mean that would be the exact same time of day, but they're not in that kind of orange color tone. It doesn't get to that orange color tone until the fight really starts happening, and so I don't know.
Zuko just likes dramatic lighting. He plans the attacks at sunset.
Yeah, he's like, listen, guys. Or is it just like firebending becomes really good at sunset?
Could be.
I don't know. I feel like it would be better at high noon, but
Yeah, Western again.
exactly.
Intensifies.
But no, it was just like a little thing that I noticed. It probably means nothing, and I probably only noticed it because I'm a film nerd. But you know, whatever.
I'm so glad that you noticed that, because in the however many tens of hundreds of times I've seen this, never picked up on that.
Oh no, this was the first time that I noticed it.
Oh, see, when you age, you get more mature with
you know what? My college degree is paying off.
There you go, just for a podcast. Oh my gosh. Well, I think with that, we have officially covered everything with the Kyoshi Warriors. Next up, Boomy.
And Cabbage Man.
Cabbage Man! Yes! They established so much in the first few episodes, and I cannot wait to talk about Boomy and rock candy and all the weird stuff. I might go out to the store. We have a candy store down the road from me, which is dangerous, by the way. And they have some rock candy, and I'm thinking I might go and get some just to celebrate.
Okay. Well, you do. I don't really candy, so
everyone just get some juice and rock candy and come back for next week.
Yeah, there we go. That's your homework.
Oh my gosh. Before we go, I want to say thank you to Brianna, Mr. Miles, William. Oh my goodness, Rapunzel. We had so many people come on through. We had Netters. We had, oh my gosh, I'm scrolling back through. You guys were so active in the chat. It was incredible. This is what I love about doing this, is we have such a good conversation. It feels so great. We had Troy stop by. Let's see what else. I know there's one more person. Whoever said first, it's not.
Oh, she's gone. That's fun. What's also fun is I don't know if I can end the episode, or I don't even know if the episode is still going. So I'm just going to hit leave studio and see. Oh no, she's coming back. Hi, I've just been ranting while you're gone.
I don't know what just happened. Literally, it's just like, oh, leave. So
I was like, I don't know if I can end the stream, but we're gonna try. And I was just gonna get ready to say hello, goodbye, actually. And then you came back. So thank you for joining us again.
Yes, thank you for having me. And now for the real end of the show. Thank you guys again. Thank you, Brandi, for doing a solo act there at the end. And we'll see you guys next week. We're taking the day off. We're gonna be going back 2 weeks for our next episode because, life. And honestly, it's actually looking like I might get some severe weather out here. So we'll see how that goes down. We had one tornado in my 2 years here, and it kills me. It really does. I can't do my job. It's good that we aren't having that.
You just can't do the fun part of your job.
True. Yeah, true. I just wanted to hit a nice empty field. I'm not sadistic. I'm just bored. Let's see. Oh, William, thank you for joining. You guys all have a great one, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for Omashu.
Yes.
Bye.
See you. Bye.